Hi guys, thank you for watching Dreams Free Studio Yoga. My name is Shannon and this is Chappy. Today I'm going to go through a beginner-friendly warrior flow. Nice energetic flow to get you ready to go for your day. If you enjoy yoga videos, do me a solid. Please subscribe to my channel and like the video. I put out more material every week. And you can check me out on the web at dreamsfreestudio.com. Let's go ahead, get settled in, and get started. Today we'll begin in child's pose, so just go ahead and come over onto your tabletop position. Bring the feet together, shift the knees out to the sides, bring the butt back, reach out long in front of you, and bring the forehead down to the mat. And just begin to focus in on your breathing. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice, now's a good time to do so. Maybe something positive that you can bring with you into the rest of your day. And something to bring your mind back to if it starts to wander off. On your next inhale, take your hands, walk them over to the left side of the mat. Just breathing some space into that right shoulder. On your next inhale, walk them back to center and walk them over to the right side of the mat. Getting a good stretch into that left shoulder. On an inhale, bring them back to center and come back up into tabletop position. Do a few cat and cow stretches. Make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. Just inhale the stomach down and exhale up. Continue to go with your own rhythm of breath. If you want to make some intuitive movements with the hips and shoulders while you're at it, go for it. Just loosening everything up. Let's take one more. Let's take one more round. And come back to center in a neutral spine. You're going to push up into your first down dog. So tuck the toes, shift yourself back, pull the shoulder blades down the back, and try to get the heels down to the floor. You can start to pedal your feet. Make some up and down movements, or if you just want to stay static, you can do that. Continue to focus on your breath. Anything you have going on later, you can just let that go for right now. On your next inhale, look in between your hands. Step to the front of the mat. Rise all the way up in tall mountain, hands overhead, hands to heart center in prayer. You're going to reach back up overhead, make pistol fingers with your hands. On inhale up, exhale over to the left side. Inhale back to center, exhale to the right side. Inhale and exhale. Just continue to go with this rhythm. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, and come back to center. Hands to the sides. You're going to do 2 half sun salutation A's. Inhale up, exhale down, bend your knees, boom, hit the ground. Just let it go. Inhale up, gathering energy. Exhale down. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale, hands to heart center in prayer. I'm going to do one let go today. So on an inhale, think let. On an exhale, think go. Inhale, let. Exhale, open your mouth wide, let it go. Hands back down to your sides. Going to do 2 sun salutation. I'm going to do the first one modified and the second one unmodified, but if you need a modification, take it. Inhale up overhead. Exhale down, forward fold. Halfway lift, forward fold, step back into plank. Drop your knees, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pause for a breath. Look in between your hands. Step forward to the front of the mat. Rise all the way up in tall mountain. Hands to heart center in prayer. Inhale up. Exhale down, forward fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Step back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a few breaths here. Look in between your hands. Step to the front of the mat. Rise all the way up in tall mountain. Hands to heart center in prayer. We're going to come into chair pose. So just bring the arms to your sides. Sink back into chair and lift them forward. Trying to keep the weight back towards the heels. On an exhale, dive down with a bent knee. And then try to straighten your legs. If you need to come up a little to do that, that's fine. Halfway lift. Back down. Now step back with the left foot. You're going to come up into high lunge. If you need to frame the knee, that's fine. If you want to come straight up into it, that's good. Always remember to keep the knee out towards the pinky toes. On your next inhale, extend the left foot parallel with the back of the mat. Open up into warrior two. Gazing out over the fingers. Maybe sinking a little deeper into that knee. On your next inhale, go ahead and flip the right hand over. Reach down the left leg, don't lean on it. And come back into peaceful warrior. Inhale back up through center. You're going to spin the left foot back towards the front of the mat. Come back into high lunge. Now bring the hands to heart center in prayer. You're going to launch onto that right foot. Come into warrior three. Shift your weight onto the right foot and just go forward. It's a bit of a balancing pose. If you can, hinge forward a little bit more. Keep your hips square. Now we're going to drop back into lunge. Reach back up overhead. Open back up into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Turn the right foot towards the front. Come into five-pointed star. Now turn the left foot to the back of the mat. Coming into warrior two. Bring the hand forward. Turn the right foot so that you're back into high lunge. Reach down to frame the foot. Step back into plank. Take your vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pause here for a few breaths. If your feet have shifted too far back, you can always walk them in just a little. On your next inhale, look in between your hands. Step forward to the front of the mat. Rise all the way up in tall mountain. Hands to heart center in prayer. We're going to do the other side. So go ahead and shift back into your chair. Lift the arms up. Make sure the weight is back towards the heels. You can kind of lift your toes and see. And then dive down forward with the knees bent and try to straighten your legs just as much as you can. Halfway lift. Exhale back down. Step back with your right foot. Come up into crescent lunge. Always make sure that you can see the big toe. You always want to protect the knee. Just keep breathing. On an inhale, spin the right foot parallel with the back of the mat, opening up into warrior two. Maybe sinking down a little more if you can. Keep breathing, keep a soft face. Now flip the left hand over, reach down the right leg and come back into peaceful warrior. Rise back up into warrior two. Come up on the ball of the foot and the right foot. Come back into high lunge. Now bring the hands to heart center in prayer. You're going to shift all the weight over into the left foot. Come into warrior three. Don't have to lift it very high. If you can, try to tip forward. Keep breathing. And go ahead and step back into your high lunge. Open back up into warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Spin the foot to the front in five-pointed star. Spin the right foot to the front of the mat. Come back into warrior two. Now shift over into high lunge. Come down with your hands, frame the foot, step back into plank. Take your vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pausing here, we're going to come down into child's pose. So bring the knees wide. Butt back, just go ahead and bring the arms down to the sides. Head down to the mat. Maybe take this time as your breath settles down to bring your mind back to your intention. On your next inhale, come back up into tabletop position. Tuck the toes, shift back into down dog. Look forward in between your hands. Step forward to the front of the mat. Rise all the way up in tall mountain. Hands to heart center in prayer. Going to repeat the flow and go a little faster this time. I know you can do it. Bring the arms to the sides. Sit back in your chair and bring them up. Gaze out in front of you. Dive down with your knees bent. Try to straighten your legs as much as you can. Halfway lift. Bring hands back down. Step back into lunge with your left foot. Rise up into crescent lunge. Open up into warrior two, spinning the left foot parallel with the back of the mat. Sinking forward. Flip the right hand over, come back into peaceful warrior. Rise back up into warrior two. Come back into lunge. Shifting the weight into the right foot, bring hands to prayer. Come into warrior three. Bring the left foot back down, back into high lunge, arms overhead. Open up into warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Bring the right foot forward. Bring the left foot to the side. Come into warrior two. Shift over to high lunge towards the back of the mat. Bring the hands down to frame the foot. Step back into plank. Take your vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pause here for a breath. Look in between your hands. Step forward to the front of the mat. Rise all the way up, tall mountain. Hands to heart center in prayer, samastitihi. One more time. You can sit back into chair. Lift the arms up to the sides. Dive forward with the knees bent. Try to straighten the legs as much as you can. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands back down. Step back with the right foot. Come up into high lunge. Spin the right foot parallel the back of the mat. Open up, warrior two. Come back into peaceful warrior. Inhale back to center. Spin back into high lunge. Bring hands to heart center in prayer. Shift the weight forward onto the left foot. Warrior three. Step back gently, back into high lunge. Spin the right foot parallel again. Come back into warrior two. Straighten the left leg. Bring the foot forward in five-pointed star. Now that you're in five-pointed star, just reach up overhead with your arms like you're gathering energy. Spin both feet out and come down into goddess squat. I'm going to tuck the tailbone a little. Try and keep the knees back. Inhale back up. Bring the arms out into a T. Bring the feet forward. Exhale, come down with a flat back. Bring the hands down to the sides of the legs, the ankles, or the big toes. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, down. Wide-legged forward fold. You can let your neck go. Make sure you're not getting any tension in the neck or face. Just breathe. On your next inhale, release the feet. Bring the hands to your hips and just come all the way back up. Spin the right foot towards the front of the mat. Come back into warrior two. Spin the left foot back. Come back into high lunge. Bring the hands down to frame the foot. Step back into plank. Take your vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And bring the knees wide, come back down into child's pose. Bring the butt back and just bring the arms down to the sides. Every day getting a little stronger. You should be very proud of yourself. next inhale, go ahead, come back up into tabletop. Come back into down dog. Look forward in between your hands. Step or hop forward. And just come down into a seat. Down into Dandasana. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, down, forward fold. Grab your legs, ankles, or your feet, whatever you can get. Remember to pull your stomach in and try to bend forward. Remember to try and pull your stomach in, bend forward as far as you can. Remember to try and bend forward a little more with each exhale. On your next inhale, come back up. We're going to do Janurasana. So bring the right foot out, bring the left foot in to the thigh. Inhale, arms into a T, and exhale over towards the right foot. You want to rotate the shoulder out. You don't want to collapse into the foot, or rather into the leg. Inhale back up to center. Bring the hips towards the foot and come back down. And again, legs, ankles, foot, whatever you can get, wherever you are is exactly where you need to be. Inhale back up. We're going to change sides, so bring the left leg out. Bring the right foot in towards the thigh. Inhale in a T, exhale over towards the left side. Inhale back up to center. Bring the hips towards the leg and exhale back down. Inhale back up. You're going to bring both legs out to the side in a straddle. You got options here. You want to make sure that you keep the feet up. You don't want to roll forward. So inhale up tall and exhale down. If you have blocks or a pillow or anything like that, and if this is comfortable for you, that's what you can do. Just make sure you're trying to keep the knees rolled up. And then maybe over time, you come down a little further. Just breathe. Just keep breathing into the stretch. Inhale back up to center. Bring the legs in. Bring the feet a little out in front of you, kind of in a diamond shape, sort of like a butterfly but wider. Again, if you need help here, if this hurts your legs or your hips, just put some blocks underneath or some pillows. Inhale up tall. Exhale down. Bring the forehead down towards the heels. On your next inhale, come back up to center. Bring the hands out to the sides of the knees and bring them in. Wrap the right arm around, left arm behind, and go for a gentle twist. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale back through center, wrap the left arm around, reach behind you with the right arm, and look over your right shoulder. Come back to center. You're going to turn to the side of the mat. Bring the arms out to the sides with control. Roll all the way down to the mat. Pick up both legs like a happy baby. And happy baby. You can grab the sides of the legs or sides of the feet, whatever you can get, and just roll from side to side. Come to the center, bring the knees in, reach up, give yourself a big hug because you did amazing and you love yourself. Exhale down into Shavasana, just let it all go. In fact, let's take one big inhale together. Big inhale, hold it at the top, hold it, and exhale. Let it all go. Let all the tension in your body go from the top of your head, between your eyes, the tension in your jaw, any tension in your neck and shoulders. Imagine it melting away. Any remaining tension in the arms, in the hands, any tension in the stomach, the hips. Just let it go. Any tension you still have left that's in your thighs, your knees, your calves, ankles and feet. Just let it melt away. Feel how you're heavy against the ground. How it takes no effort at all for you to be here. How you are supported by the earth and you are safe. If you'd like to take a longer Shavasana, I don't blame you at all. Just hit the pause button. Otherwise, go ahead and start bringing some awareness back into your body, deepening your breathing, maybe making some movements with the fingers and toes, some rotations with the ankles and wrists. Move the head from side to side gently. Reach out long and a big stretch. And roll over to one side in the fetal position. When you're ready, go ahead and press yourself back up to center. Come back to a comfortable, easy seat. Bring the hands down to the knees. Close your eyes. Do a quick scan of your body. See how it feels differently than when you began your practice. May you bring the strength and courage of your practice forward with you into the rest of your day. Thank yourself for coming to the mat today, taking some time to do something good for you. Bring your hands to heart center in prayer. Open your eyes. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and doing a little yoga. Did you enjoy this video? Leave me a comment. Let me know how your yoga practice is going. And please subscribe to the channel so that you can come back and do yoga anytime you'd like. Thank you so much for hanging out again. I'll see you next time.